So I stumbled upon this ChatGPT thing, and quite frankly it's incredible. I tried generating quite a few little things here, as you can see, and yeah, it's fucking hilarious what it managed to generate. So basically I wanted to rewrite Calamity's lore with AI. It didn't really rewrite it, it kinda just absolutely fucking destroyed it, just absolutely spat on it. So let's see here. First up, the Desert Scourge. Alright, listen up folks, because I'm about to tell you the real story behind the Desert Scourge from the Terraria Calamity Mod. Off to a great start, okay? Now you might think this thing is supposed to be some kind of big bad boss, but let me tell you, the truth is way more messed up than you can ever imagine. So apparently the Desert Scourge used to be just a regular worm, but it got itself into some freaky desert cult and started doing some seriously messed up stuff. What kind of desert cult did it get into? Let's see if it elaborates on this stuff. I'm talking rituals, sacrifices, dark magic, and all sorts of weird sex stuff. Excuse me? Huh? What has Desert Scourge been doing behind the scenes, huh? Yeah, you heard me right. This thing was into some kinky desert freak stuff. What the fuck? But that's not even the worst part. See, the Desert Scourge ended up getting cursed by some angry desert god, and it mutated into this giant grotesque monster that slithers around and spits out cactus balls. Yeah, real scary stuff. I'm not sure that it fucking spits out cactus balls the last time I checked. Oh my lord. And here's the thing, the Desert Scourge is supposed to be a guardian of the desert, right? Oh, I think he's referencing the title of his theme, the guardian of the former seas. But what is it even guarding? Sand? Like, who cares about sand? And to make matters worse, this thing can't even fly. I mean, come on. If you're gonna be a boss in Terraria, you gotta be able to fly, but no, the Desert Scourge just slithers around like some kind of fucking oversized earthworm. I'm pretty sure Desert Scourge actually flies in Infernum, but not in Vanilla Calamity, so I guess, yeah, fair. So there you have it folks, the real story behind the Desert Scourge. Yes, it's the realest one. It's a kinky desert cultist turned mutated worm that can't even fly, and you thought your life was messed up. Okay, that ended on a wacky note. I did think my life was messed up, but now that it got compared to the Desert Scourge, I think, yeah, I'll take my statement back. The second guy I happened to choose was the Slime God, the Slimer, the God, the legend, So apparently the Slime God was this big bad evil boss, why did it say this again, that terrorized the world of Terraria. But get this, it turns out that the Slime God wasn't even a god at all. No. This slime was just a normal slime who got super high off of some sort of psychedelic slime juice. Okay, so you're telling me that the Slime God is just a fucking crackhead. Let's see. Yeah, you heard me right. This slime was tripping balls and some sort of slime LSD. And all of a sudden it thinks it's a god. And let me tell you, this slime was not a happy camper. It was angry, it was violent, and it was out for blood. Wow, a violent crackhead slime. But here's the kicker folks. The slime god's powers weren't even real. What? They were just some sort of weird hallucinations that this slimy little freak was experiencing. And when it finally got taken down by some brave Terraria adventurers, it turned out that the Slime God was just a regular slime again, with a major headache and a bad case of the munchies. So there you have it, Zoomers. The big bad Slime God from Terraria Calamity Mod was just a stoned out slime who thought it was a god. And honestly, I think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, always stay away from the slime juice. The slime juice! The slime juice is raw! Man, to be honest, after hearing this story, I want some slime juice to myself as well, like... Oh my god. Next up, First things first, let's talk about Supreme Calamitas herself. This is a boss that's supposed to be the ultimate challenge in the Calamity mod, but let me tell you, she's not all that she's cracked up to be. Sure, she's got some pretty tough attacks, but let's be real, she's not as hard as some of the other bosses out there. True actually, exomechs are harder. Plus her design is a little bit questionable. I mean, what's up with those wings? Excuse me, last time I checked, Supreme Calamitas didn't have any wings. Or maybe I'm hallucinating, maybe I took some slime juice and I forgot somehow. They look like they're made out of cardboard or something. Well, I guess Calamitas has cardboard wings now. But let's get to the lore, shall we? According to the official story, Supreme Calamitas was once a normal human who got corrupted by some sort of evil power. I guess that's Yaren. That's all well and good, but here's the thing. I think Supreme Calamitas was actually just a simp who got rejected by the person she was crushing on. I mean, think about it. She's constantly talking about how she loves this person and how that's the only thing that matters to her. I don't remember Supreme Calamitas talking about love at all. She was only talking about how her past was fucking horrible and how Yarem is a little piece of shit. It's pretty clear that she's got a major crush. But when she finally works up the courage to confess her feelings, what happens? The person she's crushing on says no thanks and walks away. And that's when Supreme Calamitas snaps. She goes on a rampage, destroying everything in her path, and becomes the boss we all know and love, or hate, depending on how good you are at the game. Fair. So there you have it, Zoomers. The lore of Supreme Calamitas is actually just a cautionary tale about the dangers of simping too hard. And let's be real here, we've all been there at some point in our lives. So the next time you're tempted to go all in on a crush, just remember what happened to Supreme Calamitas, and maybe stick to playing Terraria instead of destroying the world. Now that's a great life lesson for all of us to learn from, something along those lines, yeah. Next up, we have the Doge, Devourer of Gods. Now this boss has some of the most cringe-worthy lines I have ever seen in a game. I mean, come on. You are no god, but I shall feast upon your essence regardless. What is this, Twilight? And let's talk about when you get hit by its head. It says, delicious. Like it's some sort of creepy anime character. And then it follows up with, did that hurt? And a fatal mistake. Wow, real original there, Devourer of Gods. I bet you're a hit at parties. But wait, it gets even worse. When it drops to 75% life, it says, don't get cocky. Like, bro, you're a giant worm with some tentacles. What? I don't remember fucking Devourer of Gods being a part of some tentacle hentai. Come on. I don't think anyone's getting cocky around you. And then, in its final phase, it just says, it's not over yet. Really? You're telling me that a boss fight isn't over when you get to the final phase? Who knew? Okay, this AI is a little bitch. And then, the piece de resistance. I don't speak French, sorry. A god does not fear death. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were playing a game called Debating Theology with giant worms. Can you imagine if other bosses had lines like that? A god does not fear death, said the skeleton. I am a demon lord. Bow before me, said the Eye of Cthulhu. What the fuck? That would be hilarious if the Eye of Cthulhu said. I actually want that implemented into the game now. Holy shit. In conclusion, the Devourer of Gods has some of the cringiest lines in gaming history. But hey, at least it's entertaining. Right, Zoomers? Zoomer humor. Stay tuned for more lore critiques from your favorite boomer, Believe. Yeah, that's definitely my name here. Next up, we have the exomechs. And also Drayden, who's just a Genshin Impact whale. Alright, buckle up chat, because we're about to dive deep into the absolute dumpster fire that is the exomechs and Drayden lore from the Terraria Calamity Mod. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this nonsense. It's like the mod creators were high on something when they came up with this stuff. They were probably high on the slime juice mentioned earlier. First off, let's talk about Drayden. This guy is supposed to be some sort of genius inventor who created all this high-tech gear and weapons that the player can use. But get this, chat. Why is it saying chat? He's also a freaking What? Wait, Drayden is a dragon? I don't remember that being the case last time I saw him in the Infernum Exomex fight, but whatever, we'll just roll with it for now. That's right, a dragon who can talk and build machines, and not just any machines, but machines that can harness the power of the freaking sun. Wait, so exomex are powered by solar panels, you're telling me? I guess that's just how it is. I mean, what kind of drugs were these guys on when they came up with this? And then we have the exomex. These are basically giant robots that you can pilot. Wait, you can pilot the exomex? I wish that was the case, holy shit. Imagine piloting Ares and just blasting your friends into the stratosphere. That would quite frankly be pretty awesome. And they're supposed to be these super advanced pieces of technology that can take on anything. But get this, chat, they're powered by elemental cores. Wait, you just said that they were powered by the sun though. What are these elemental cores, you ask? Well, they're basically just magical crystals that you find lying around. So Drayden just found some random scraps from a garbage can and said, alright, I'll build some fucking machines with these. What are these elemental cores, you ask? Well, they're basically just magical crystals that you find lying around. I mean, come on guys, this is some straight up Power Ranger shit. I don't remember Power Rangers being powered by fucking elemental cores. But it gets even better, chat. According to the lore, these exomechs were actually built by Drayden himself. What? The exomechs were built by Drayden? Who could have guessed? And he built them to fight off some sort of ancient evil that's been sealed away for centuries. But get this, when you finally do face off against this ancient evil, it turns out to be, wait for it, a giant freaking lobster. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean, giant freaking lobster? Is it talking about adult Daedalon worm, or is it talking about maybe like Serac? That's right, chat. All this build up, all this hype, and we're fighting a giant lobster. I mean, what is this? Finding Nemo? Calamity is kind of similar to Finding Nemo, to be honest. You look for a fish called Leviathan, and then you kill him, and then you progress with the story. So basically, it's not Finding Nemo. And don't even get me started on the fact that apparently these exomechs can also be used to mine ores and chop down trees. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, Ares drops the photon ripper. So yeah, this is actually true. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? I guess it's better than using a pickaxe, but still, it's like they couldn't decide if they wanted these things to be badass war machines or glorified lumberjacks. Like, I'm pretty sure they wanted them to be fucking badass war machines, and they succeeded in doing that. But they're also glorified lumberjacks, let's be real here. I mean, like, yeah, they're lumberjacks. So there you have it, chat. The absolute mess that is the exomechs and Drayden lore from Terraria Calamity Mod. I don't even know about you, but I need a drink after all that. Actually true though, I need to take a sip of water real quick. Okay, that's good. Let's just hope they don't add anything even crazier in the next update. I mean, they probably will add something crazier, to be honest. Okay, and that happens to be it for the video. Leave a comment if you maybe want part 2 of this, cause I have some more footage recorded but just couldn't edit it in time, so this is what you got. And also comment down which one of the AI generated lores was your favorite, cause yeah, personally for me, I really like the fucking slime god one, the slime juice. Iconic drug. Everyone knows about it now. It broke the internet once it got generated. Real news. Anyways, yeah, bye. To watch some other video that's on the screen right now, maybe. Who knows?